Last year, UnScene Media teamed up with ECYC to follow a group of missionaries in Newfoundland. We're almost finished with the project, and it'll be called The Other Missionaries. Look for that release really soon. Now, while we were there, we were in an area called Falls-Windsor, which is actually known for a big waterfall called Grand Falls. In Falls-Windsor, they have what is known as the fish ladder. Now, I was a little confused. A fish ladder? I thought ladders require creatures to have feet to climb, but evidently they built one for fish. So we went to go see what this whole thing was all about. As it turns out, they decided that they wanted to be able to have salmon upriver. You see, the waterfall was way too big for salmon to ever go up. And so what they did was they took eggs and had them fertilized and put them up in an area beyond the waterfall, so really high level. The eggs hatched and they grew up into these little baby salmon, and the salmon swam down river and went down the waterfall, went out into the ocean and grew up. But the problem is, when the salmon grew up, when they wanted to come back to respawn, they couldn't jump up the waterfall because the waterfall was too high. As a result, the fish ladder was built. This basically involves a system by which fish can reach the top of the falls without jumping up the falls all at once. It provides for them a path so that they can get to a point where they would never have any hope of reaching otherwise. This reminds me of something that God did for all of us. You see, the salmon were born at the top of the waterfall, and they wandered away from their home, just like God created us in a perfect environment and we wandered away from Him. Now, the salmon went down the waterfall. Mankind on this planet, we had what is known as the fall of man. And as a result, we've been wandering around in our own lives, seeking to find meaning and purpose without our Creator, just as those salmon have been wandering around the ocean, seeking for meaning and purpose in their lives. There comes a point in the lives of the salmon, just as there comes a point in our lives, where we recognize a need to return home. And just like the salmon, we are completely incapable of returning to our home. There's no way for us to make it. And so Christ became the ladder by which mankind could be reunited with God. Just like that salmon ladder provides a way for the salmon to make their way back upstream, Christ provides a way for us to make our way back to God. In 1 John chapter 2, verse 1, John says, "My little children, I am writing these things to you so that you may not sin. But if anyone does sin, we have an advocate with the Father, Jesus Christ, the righteous." You see, God's objective is for us to remain with Him and to never go down the falls of sin. But He says if we do sin, we have a way to get back to God through our advocate, Jesus Christ, who connects earth with heaven. This isn't something that we can just do once and forever be good. This is something we have to do every single day. And I encourage you, just like John says in 1 John, "But if we walk in the light as He is in the light, we have fellowship one with another, and the blood of Jesus Christ, His Son, cleanses us from all sins." That simply says, walking in the light is something we have to do every single day, taking one step at a time. Thank you for your support of UnScene Media. If you've been inspired by the things you've seen and heard, share this video and other videos like it from our YouTube page. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter, and spread the word. And remember that without your support, none of this would be possible. Thanks, and God bless.